In 365 days, 75% of Gen Z will turn 18 years old, meaning a majority of them will be entering the newest chapter of their life, and many of them are going to college. This is going to be one of the most stressful, unhappiest moments of people's lives, and statistically, exceptions exist, you have control over your life, and one of the biggest problems I've seen working as a college tutor then transitioning into a private tutor is that many people feel trapped, that they don't have control. And you can see this because a majority of college students actually live independently, as in there's no family, they moved out to go to college, maybe there's roommates, but they live by themselves and they have control. Well, not really, because all of their financials is locked up with their family's money. They might go into debt just for the sake of college. They are shackled by finances. And in this video, we're going to analyze all of the dangers Gen Z will face while growing up, entering college, but growing up, and how to be aware of it while everyone else will get cooked.
I am 3, almost 4 months into my first semester of college, 21 years of age, and haven't made a single friend.
50% of college is struggling, and the other 50% is pretending how good you are doing. And this is not a joke. Pretending how good you are performing at college is very vital to your future career and success, because who you know is way more important than what you don't know. If you want to be fucked, make no friends, do not socialize with college at all, and you will never get the highest paying job possible. I live in a rich neighborhood and all of my peers got accepted into high level colleges based on their parents' enrollment. Many land high paying jobs because of nepotism. This fucking kid has a dad that works at Nvidia, and if you're close to him, you can get tours of the company, you can get connections. I make TikTok videos, and I actually got a recommendation from someone who worked directly at TikTok because they like my videos. Not this channel's video, but more, professional, promoting a business type of thing.
I won't go out of my way really to talk to people, but if a conversation starts organically, whether it's like a classmate I'm sitting next to or like a friend of a friend, and we just get to talking, I don't mind that.
This guy is a fucking pussy, and I've already made a video about this where a bunch of people want to have friends, but they don't go out of their way to make friends, and because of that, they only complain. This entire video that I watched is about a 21-year-old just starting college, and he has zero drive to do anything and wants a lot to fall into his lap. And the reason why things aren't going his way is not because of him, but because of the world.
COVID 100% made everyone chronically online. I don't have social media. I never had TikTok, and I deleted Snapchat, deleted Instagram. Well, I guess the only social media I have now is YouTube. And a hindrance. It's a benefit for me as a person, but a hindrance for my social life, because, when you don't have social media, you basically are a nobody.
Is what he is saying makes sense? The reason why he has no friends is because of COVID and social media. Fuck no, it is genuinely absurd and delusional. And at the very beginning of the video, he says, I take full accountability of my actions.
Something that I take full responsibility for, and
succeeding socially in college is very important for your success, and nobody talks about this because it isn't a quantifiable number. I am the YouTuber that has 500 friends in college. What does that even mean? No one knows. So there is a higher importance on quantifiable things. I have all A's. Look at my 4.0. I am so smart. Look at my academics. But from a competitive standpoint, many people that do go to college will not transfer to different colleges, meaning whatever college you are in, you are stuck into. And realistically, there will be someone out there that is in a more prestigious school, and they're in the same major, and they have better grades than you. So you are completely out of water if you go to a mid to shit tier college, which is the majority of people. you are cooked. And even if you do go to a good school, there are other students with better grades. Equally, that means you are cooked. The only advantage you have is what type of people you know. And in the video of this guy speaking about how he has no friends, he is undeniably doing it as well. Why is he talking so well of himself? Why is he pretending that he chose to not have friends?
A conversation starts organically, whether it's like a classmate I'm sitting next to or like a friend of a friend. And, we just get to talking, I don't mind that. Like there's very little people that I have ever found an issue of talking with, like where talking to them is painful or just like being social is painful. It hasn't been the best trying to make friends.
Analysis time.
It's easy to talk to people, but it's difficult to make friends. How is that? If it's easy to talk to someone, implicitly, it would be easy to be friends with someone. And this is the thing you will constantly see in college if you're listening deep enough. People will say one thing, but their actions say another. They like to pretend they are better than what they actually are. And this is not just in college or Gen Z, but something you will see literally everywhere. I recently went on a cruise and there was this college professor sitting right next to me. And as someone who talks for a living, I started talking to him and we entered this zone or conversation where he was bragging about how awesome and prestigious his son is. Oh, he went to a good school. He was one of the first youngest professors in Canada. And I apologize, sir, but I don't care. And drum roll, please. This is where the plot twist happens. I dropped out of college. Some viewers would know that, but I'm small enough to still do this. And the main idea is, it is people's lifeblood in college or educational systems where it's all about prestige. How much prestige do you have? Who the fuck do you know? Who did you raise? Because who you know grants you bigger access to bigger and better opportunities. And the truth is, everything I said about being a tutor, a private tutor, those are all real. Yeah, those are all real. I remember for my private tutoring job, they required a bachelor's degree. I was 20 at the time. How the fuck did I get that job? Just because I was able to talk very well. I was able to leverage my YouTube channel. Oh yeah, I taught people YouTube, blah, blah, blah. I was also a previous tutor, again, referencing my previous work, as well as one of the professors giving me a letter of recommendation for the job. So again, who you know, what you have done and accomplished is significantly more important than the academics. Oh, you have good grades? Wow, you have good grades. No one actually cares in the workforce. And you might think this is a very lucky chance, or maybe I'm just nitpicking certain scenarios. I have a cousin, did an interview with him. He is literally an employer. He has multiple tens of employees where they're across different countries, China, India, obviously the US. He himself is an employer. He doesn't really care about your grades or what type of degree you have. It's about what you have accomplished and what you have done. But an even deeper truth than that is that a lot of people are qualified for the job. But how out of thousands, hundreds of millions, does only one or few get picked? Well, if you look at the stats, 30 to 50% of all US hires come through employee referrals. 82% of employers rank referrals as number one for ROI and quality. So people who are employing actually want referrals the most. I have one employee, okay? I have another one that I'm going to, contract. And with that person, I met her through my employee. So referrals and who you know is deeply important into the workforce. But this video is not about like how to get a job. It's Gen Z in college. And there are many questions. Why did you drop out? Many people who do drop out of college are stupid bums. And the reason why they choose to leave school is because they were never good at it. But with all the information I've provided, I'm quite good at school. So the question is, why did I drop out of college? And it's a little bit complicated, but the main idea is you look at the white guy, you look at every single college student you have met, and there is a strong importance in posturing how awesome and cool you are, but at the same time, your actions contradicts the words you are describing yourself. And that's the whole game, right? When you're trying to get a job, you're trying to put out the best version of who you are with your resume, you're taking a bunch of internships, doing a lot of projects you don't give a fuck about, but it's just for the sake of someone to approve that you are qualified enough for the job. In most cases, you are. And even if you are qualified, you'll get fucking beaten out by the person that just knows someone that knows someone. So good luck. And I don't like the idea of leaving my fate up to someone else. Truthfully. Okay. And what's worse is I know many people that do get the jobs everyone wants, Amazon, Google, Nvidia, and I look at them, their lives, and is that who I want to become? No, I obviously do not, because every single one of them has entered this realm of delusion and elitism where I am better than you. I am fucking better than you because I go to whatever fancy job I do. They take a lot of pride into their label, them being actual slaves. That's how I see it, because yes, they're getting paid $200,000 every year. That's awesome. That is way more than I make for now. And the real general idea is, no matter what level you are, how I see it in college is that at the very top, at the very bottom, at the very middle, there are very few people that break the delusion and realize, well, maybe all of this that I'm working so hard for just to impress other people is not what I want to do. And I use the word delusion very importantly or very purposefully, is because you look at the white guy, he's saying things and then contradicting his points. And if you interact with everyone at college, from like the successful, unsuccessful, they all say things but also contradict their own points. Very simply, I do not want to be in a state of delusion where I don't know what I actually want. And in college, after you get a job, you will be there, if anything, for the rest of your life. Look at other people and their midlife crises, and what do they say? What can you learn from them? Are you in your are you in their position? Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, check out my Patreon, more videos coming soon, cruise video coming soon. Toodly-doo.